When we talk about social media and how we measure its return on investment for the resources that we commit in terms of time and money, we often hear the term vanity metrics. Now, in my view, often a like or a comment is devalued as being someone who wants to be seen as supporting you, jumping on your content, or that they're just your friends. Now, it's claimed also that likes, comments and follow accounts don't have any value or don't actually equate to tangible results. Well, yes, that could be true. However, I'd argue that that's not always the case, and it's likely to be an important part of your buyer's journey. For example, how else would someone that you've caught the attention of, but you don't know or do not know that they're interested in you, continue to see or hear what it is that you're about? Think about that. It would be minimal, wouldn't it? Or perhaps again, it would be just by chance. So what is your customer's journey? And how does your social media presence contribute to taking them from the awareness and consideration stage to being a buying customer? Do they engage with you in some way, either online or in person, perhaps at an event, and then continue their relationship with you by initially lurking on your social media until they're convinced or they're ready to buy? Now, I believe this takes 4 key stages. Firstly, your content that has to engage but may not receive any interaction. This is why some think that social media is such a waste of time, but this is actually the first engagement with someone who can become a customer of yours. I say can because you've identified who it is that you want to attract, and your content is sharing and talking to their pain, problem, fear, want, need and desire. And for me, you should never focus on stopping the effort on the top of your funnel, because in my view, that's where you're making the difference. But it's making sure that your presence isn't lazy. Too often I see posts for posting's sake, posts that talk to no one, and they're just perhaps for your own reassurance or for the fact of just being online. However, I encourage you to think about how every single post will at least encourage your ideal audience to lean towards you with interest or curiosity, unless you have a specific call of action for something like a purchase or something like a click-through. I work with service businesses, and we talk about sharing useful, relevant and interesting content that positions you as the go-to experts. Now, often buyers don't want to rush into a decision of buying unless it's an emotional or a spur-of-the-moment purchase. They want to control the journey, and hence why they don't show their interest initially by liking or commenting. Now, the initial right engagement then leads to more meaningful results as what I view as the further 3 parts of your social sales funnel. Next, I'd be looking at your KPIs. KPIs that are related to these likes, comments, shares, followers, for example. How can your content and calls to action influence this step by your prospect? And then step 3 is to encourage an easy move towards you. So, for example, that may be a visit to your website, downloading an ebook, signing up to your newsletter. And then your KPIs can focus on things like how many pages have been viewed, what's the increasing duration of time spent on your website, for example. And then the 4th key is the money exchange. This is asking for the business and encouraging purchases, subscriptions, or becoming a paying customer in some way. Your objective is to move your audience from stage 1, the awareness, to stage 4 of your social funnel, the purchase of a paying customer. And to do this, you have to plan, in my opinion, and also mix up the content. Different stages will have different requirements of the content and different calls to action that take your interested prospects on the journey towards that purchase. As always, I hope this snippet's been useful and thought-provoking. If I can help you in any way, then let's have a conversation, either online or in person.